Hello, I'm going to be going over Unit 5, Exercise 9-2, Work with Strings. So I've got the grading rubric open, and here's the criteria. So first of all, it's asking the parse name to add the code to parse a first, middle, and last name, and then capitalize the first letter of each name, and display the results. So I'm going to go to that. So here, we've got the parse name. So for the parse name, we've got the full name, which will equal the name that's entered into the text box, and then I create a one-dimensional string array. We're just going to take that full name, trim it, and split it into the different sections, the first, the middle, and last name. So here I'm initializing these values for the first, middle, last name. It's just like an empty string. And here I have an if statement that basically determines if that the names, the length of the name is equal to 1, because there's only one thing in there, then it's going to set the first, it'll set the first name, which will be its spot, 1 in the array. And then if the length of the names is 2, then that means that there's a first and last name. So it's going to set the thing that's in the first spot, the name, in the first spot in the array to the first name, and then and then the next one to the last name. And then next it'll be, if there's 3 names inside of the array, then the first name is more than likely it's going to be set to the first name, the second name is going to be set to the middle name, and then the last one's going to be set to the last name. And then I have the message box here to display it. So we got the first name, middle name, last name, and then it converts the names with the 2 upper and the 2 lower. I'll get to that in a second. That's also in the rubric. And then it formats it so it indents it, or not indents it, what am I trying to say? It skips a line and goes to the next line. And that's the name of the text box. So let me do this guy right here. Yeah, the capitalize the first name and last name. So here's where we do that. I made a function that converts the name. So here we have the initial capitalization for the first letter. So it converts that from the very first letter. Basically, it's gonna send it to up. It's gonna uppercase it to the 2 upper, and the rest of it. So right here, it's saying the lowercase letters. So the rest of it's gonna be lowercase. It's gonna use the function, right, and then it's gonna that substring 1. So from 1, position 1, so the second letter in the string of characters, all the rest of them are gonna be lowercase. And then here, the converted name will equal both of those happening, and then it's going to return that converted name, and then that's up here where it's going to convert the first name, the name, and last name. So you could enter it with all lowercase, all uppercase, a mixture, but it's going to convert it to that standard, that converted name. Let's see, if I run that, I can show you that real quick. There it goes. So the full name, if I do my name, I'm going to do as an example, I'll do my first, middle, and last. And if I parse the name, it's going to convert it with the first uppercase letter and the rest of it all lowercase. And then it's just like on the box that I was showing in the exercise for the first name, middle name, last name. Go to that. String handling, first name, middle name, last name. It's basically the exact same thing. And then, what's the next one? Parse the phone number. So add code to parse the phone number, removing the special characters, except 10 characters, and then add the hyphens, and then display the results. And then this is the parse phone number with the string builder, so import the system.txt. parse the number using the string builder with code to parse the phone number, removing special characters except 2 characters, and have the hyphens and display it. Okay. Run that real quick. So we scroll past that and we get to the phone number portion and whatnot. So up here is the initial one where it tells you to parse the phone number, and then it ends up how you comment it out, except for the message box, and then just keeping the string builder version of it. But so up here we got the variable phone number, so it's going to take the text box, the text in the text box from phone number, and it's going to trim it. And then you're going to get just the digits. Once it's trimmed, you'll just have the digits of what the phone number was that was entered. And then here we're replacing all of those characters with just an empty string, so nothing. So we're just getting rid of them. And then, excuse me, here's where it's being formatted with the hyphens. And then it's going to display that in the text box. And then down here, same thing, phone number, trimming it, and then the digit string builder. So we're creating a string builder, getting rid of all those special characters. We're sending that, what we get once we get rid of those special characters to the string, which is digits. And then this is where we're adding the hyphens, and then we're sending that to the string, which is the standard format for what a phone number would look like and whatnot. And then we're just the standard format is equaling the text in that text box. So, and then here, or the text in the text box is what's going to equal that. This is where we display all the information we've just gotten for the phone number in the message box. So it's going to have what we entered, and then when we trim it and everything, what's going to go with just the digits, and then when we format it to how we want it to look. Okay, so I do that down here. The phone number, I want to do 1, 2, 3. Almost did my phone number. 555-0097 or something like that. If we edit it, so say this is what I entered. This is what it looks like being trimmed without any of the special characters, and then this is how we want the standard format to look like. And I could even just do this, like with the dots. It'll get rid of those too, because I made sure to put that in there as well. If there's a dot, to get rid of it. Let's see if it converts it to that, and then it also converts it here. So that's basically, I think, everything that it was asking for. Yeah. So that's all the criteria for Unit 5, Exercise 9-2, working with strings. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you.